Capricorn, hi. We're going to do a general love reading today and see where it goes. The fact that it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. If it does resonate for you, I will be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. I'm also open for personal readings right now, and the information for that is also in the box below. Alright, let's get started here, Capricorn, and see what is looking at. Now, a general love reading isn't always romantic love, but it is always love of some form or another. So we'll see what is showing for you here in your cards. I never know what's going to come up because these are all based on, your energy and not mine. So it's kind of cool for me because it's like opening a Christmas present every time. Oh, look what we've got. Nice. All right. So let's see where you're at. Straighten them out a bit for me so I can add cards. Okay. So a guidepost card, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now the kings and queens in this do not refer to gender. Just to let you know, they refer to the divine masculine and feminine energies. And of course they're in all of us. So you've got the Queen of Swords guiding you here, and the Ace of Swords, so that's awesome. So what I can see here is around, the divine feminine energies, thus the creativity, kind of where, heart-centered, emotional energies. It's kind of like being discerning and getting, really looking for you personally what's true for you. So not accepting illusions any longer, not being okay with superficial appearances of things, but really piercing into them and digging into them so that you can be more discerning as to what you bring into your life. Okay? And then you've got the King of Cups showing up above you right now. And I think in this case, the King of Cups is an actual person. Now, it could be male or female, but I think it's an actual person based on, just what I'm getting there is that it's a person. And it's the Page of Swords showing up as a clarifier and the Devil. So a little bit of illusion going on here in terms of energetically, and kind of saying, just wait and see what transpires here. Because with this King of Cups energy, it could be somebody appearing to be what they're not, okay? And because you've got the Five of Cups below you, and remember this is about discernment guiding you. So trying to take your time and wait and see what shows itself. Because you've been before where you were kind of disappointed and let down, and now you're looking at that with the Five of Cups at your base, and you're about to really begin to let go of things in your life, like I said with the Ace of Swords too showing, but you're wanting to let go of things in your life, identify them and let go of things that don't actually fit for you. And so you're waiting to see with this King of Cups energy, does this person actually fit in my life? I'm going to wait and see if it lines up with my kind of piercing, because you've got the Justice card and the Queen of Cups on you now. And the Justice card shows me that what you're asking for something in your life that's very crucial right now to you, and I can see it as being something that's really true for you. You don't want any kind of misleading or seduction or illusions or any of that stuff anymore, because that energy is above you now, and that's where the discernment's going into. And you've got the Strength card in your immediate past, so you kind of feel like you're ready to be able to let go of things that aren't the truth for you and follow things that are, because this is kind of spiritual strength over the worldly things. And the Devil in your energy source represents so kind of more worldly things that may seduce you. And it can be, sometimes it shows up as a partnership, a job offer, anything that shows up that's kind of seductive. Maybe this can make you a lot of money, but it doesn't follow my ideals, right? Well, that's okay, you'll make a lot of money. So that's kind of the Devil talking, kind of tempting you and appealing to you in a different way. So I can still see that energy, and it seems to be referring, as I said, to this person that is showing themselves as being comfortable emotionally, and yet there's something that you're waiting to see there, okay? As you begin to let go of things that don't work. Because as I said, with the Queen of Cups on you now, you're very much operating from that heart level and that emotional level and that spiritual level. Like you're really, yeah, it's awesome to see. Because you got the Eight of Swords too, and so what the Eight of Swords tells me is that you're getting quite comfortable in this kind of, turmoil of life, of being able to feel things and, be in the passion and be in the moment and have your heart open. And you've learned how to do that by operating intuitively and not by overthinking things and moving into things based on, like I said, that money thing in a job versus does this really work for me kind of thing. So you're kind of, letting go of that kind of thinking here. You got the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress showing up. Because I feel like right now in the near future, what you're sort of moving towards is building something that's very, kind of going to stand by you. It's very serene. There's a sense of, you feeling very stable there, very secure. That's the word I'm looking for. There's a security there in a serene love kind of environment where you trust people that are there. And this is your whole life. The Ten of Pentacles isn't just a person. It's bringing that into your whole life, being surrounded by the things that you feel really line up with who you are and what your values are. The Six of Pentacles and the Empress, you're ready to move and to take your creative energies or your passion out into the world. And I kind of feel like with the Six of Pentacles, you want to share, you want to share this, like I say, passion to give birth. The gestation period has come to an end, and it's time for you now to bring a lot of your values and your passion out into the earth. And I kind of feel like it's the end of a cycle with the universe showing up here, and it's the beginning of a new cycle. So to do that, I in terms of getting it out into the world, I know I've come to this before. You've got the Lovers showing up here too. I feel like you're looking like going to create some kind of a partnership based on these values. By doing something that you really love. And I keep coming back to, I kind of feel like you're going to be going to school, taking a course and having to pay for something. So some kind of educational thing, some kind of training. So it's not necessarily education, but somewhere where it's going to pay back what you put into it, right? And it's actually going to cost something for you to take it. But I kind of feel like you're going to be supported there because the universe is showing up and it's the beginning of the new cycle. And so to be able to move into that well prepared. And then you've got the Lovers showing up there in the Hangman. So it's going to match your different perspective of where you are now than where you once were. So that the devil and that kind of temptation that's, energetically there, it has no way of moving into your life in any way, because you're coming from a very different way of looking at things now, a very different perspective, and ruled much more, as I say, less by fear and more by serenity and enlightenment, okay? Because in your subconscious is still the pain of you being really, really disappointed and betrayed in the past. But the survival is also showing up there. And I'm just going to draw a card. And out of that survival, we got the Nine of Pentacles. So in your subconscious, yes, that pain is still there, but it's a 10. It's almost gone. And because it's a 10, and that you survived it, I see the Nine of Pentacles taking it, overriding it. You were left with this complete sense of, knowledge, resources that you have in you now that you never had before. And so with that kind of strength, which is what you've got here in the past, you're able to overcome and embrace your survival in a very different light, which is where the Hangman comes in with a different perspective. So now you don't necessarily see yourself, say, as a victim who got really hurt, but you see yourself as somebody that really has a lot of internal resources to be able to be resilient and survive, life's chaos as it hits when it comes, so the ups and the downs. And therefore, being comfortable in the Queen of Cups, okay? You got the Magician around you now, and the Magician is about self-transformation. And because the Death card is showing up here, the death of the past bringing on the transformation that's going to move into the future. Because in a position of what you want is you really want this destiny. You kind of sense it, you can feel like you're moving towards it. You're going to be much more discerning now, as I can see the guideposts, into what is right for you. And I just drew another card and I did get intuition here. So intuitively being guided as the old for you is dying out. Like I say, that way of feeling like you have to come up with a plan because you have to survive. And now you can survive. Not only that, but you don't even need to anymore because you have the resources and you're feeling very confident now, much more confident in the world. And now it's time for you, as I say, to be able to put your passion out into the world and be much more connected to your intuition, leading you into your next, your destiny that you already kind of feel and want because it's in a position of what you want. You got the Seven of Swords in the outcome. So this is kind of like transitioning from the battlefield kind of thing where, as I say, you felt like you were in survival and like where the Ten of Swords was, right? Where that took place. So you're leaving that behind, but you're taking a lot of the information and tools the resources, as I said, the tools that you were able to use there, and now using them, as the guidepost says, in terms of using the sword as a way to seek the truth and express the truth, okay? So I'm going to leave the reading at that right now. I will be doing an extended, so if this does resonate for you, then, check out my extended reading. And I'm going to really be looking at where you're heading now that you've left the past behind. We got the Death card showing up here. We got the end of a cycle showing up. We got the Ten of Swords showing up. So a lot of endings, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of transformation, reaching your destiny. And I want to check out and see now where you're headed with all of these kind of tools that, the resources you've got. All right, I'm just going to draw an oracle from the Wisdom of Avalon. And we've got the Cow. Now the Cow is about nourishment, abundance, and asking and receiving. Okay? So nourishment and abundance, asking and receiving. Now the nourishment and abundance, I can totally see where you're heading with the Ten of Pentacles. Because remember I said this is kind of like a place where you feel secure and safe and, cared about, looked after, you're looking after as well. There's that really reciprocal energy there. So I already see that showing up. So it's what you were asking, you're already receiving it. And the abundance is coming, and I just want to see where this is taking you now for the, the Seven of Swords and where you're heading. Okay, thanks Capricorn, and we'll see you later.